friends, welcome back. So it is cash stuffing day, which is my favorite day of the week. The only thing I like more is an unstuffing. So I'm very excited to do the cash stuffing today. We've got $586 today, 300 of which is in placeholders to go to a sinking fund, which is like my largest goal at the moment. So I think let's just get right into it, and we'll start out with my wallet. All right. So first envelope here is groceries, which is going to get $50. I'm currently budgeting $50 a week for groceries, and that seems to be reasonable for me because I am, it's just me here, so one person, so I don't need to buy a ton of groceries. So that is $70 now in groceries, which is correct. I did go through and update my trackers already, so we should be good there. Dining out is getting a 10. I need to use that free taco. I keep forgetting. All right, so dining out is getting 10. So it now has 100, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 114 in dining out. All right, coffee is getting a $5 bill. Let's see, so 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27. So it is the weekend after Thanksgiving. So if you're in the US, I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving if you celebrate. For me, I went to Disneyland on Thanksgiving, which was very fun. Charging is getting 5. So that was fun. Got a turkey leg because, I had to have some turkey. So that was fun. So gas and charging now has 15. Very exciting. So yeah, I've gone on a few different holidays, and it's always fun to just, spend the holiday at Disney. Like I've been there for Easter a couple times. I've gone for like my birthdays, of course. But yeah, it's always just, it's nice. It's fun. Let's put that. All right, so moving into my like variable expenses slash, I guess, no, they're not really low priority. So I usually don't call them low priority or high priority like I know some people do. So I usually go by, what do I call them? I usually go by like short term versus long term. So these are more short term sinking funds. So we are gonna go to consumables, which is gonna get $10. I do need to buy some toilet paper, so that will come out of this. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 71. So 71 in consumables. I should go do that. I don't know if it'll be this weekend or next weekend. Probably next weekend. We'll see. Durables is gonna get 10. So let's see. So durables has 100, 200, 300 in the bank, 20, 30, 35. So 335 in durables, which is correct. Makeup and skincare. So we're skipping clothing, we're skipping fun, skipping entertainment, skipping hobbies, skipping fitness. Okay, makeup and skincare. It's getting 5. So we now have 20, 45, 46, 47 for makeup and skincare. We're gonna get it to 50 next week and then kind of stop stuffing it for a while. Self-care, no. Okay, so that's it for this binder. Perfect. So now we will move into long-term sinking funds. So these are my long-term sinking funds. So let's go ahead and start here. Treat Yourself is getting skipped. Annual subs is getting $30, which that's usually what it gets every week. It's generally between 30 and 35, but I think 30 is plenty. So 5, 6, 700 in the bank, 20, 40, 50, 60, 162, 3, 4, 5. So 765, yes. I know there are some I'm going to need to put new trackers in. I should have done it this week, but I just didn't. So I'll have to do that next week. Car insurance is getting $50. Do $50 a week for car insurance. So we've got $500, $600, $700, $800 in the bank. 59, 10, 11, 12, 13. So $913, which is correct, for auto insurance. All right, car registration gets $15 a week. We just paid this in November, like 15th or 14th, I think it was. So we're starting over. So we've got 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47 in auto registration. All right, work trips is getting $5. Just a $5 bill. So we now have 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, so 23 for work trips. All right, vacation got skipped. Renter's insurance is getting $5. So we now have $155. All right. Moving into the next long-term sinking funds binder. We are skipping Disney. Okay, holidays is getting $5. So we've got $125 in holidays. All right, Christmas is done. Black Friday is done. MVC gets $20 a week. So we've now got 1,000 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 61, 62. So 1,062. And then Home Sweet Home. That is getting these $300 in placeholders. So we're adding that in here. So Home Sweet Home, which is my down payment sinking fund, has 10,000, 20,000, 25,000, 26, 27, 28. So 28,500, 600, 700, 800. So 28,800. Perfect. The goal is to get to 30 by the end of the year. So as long as I do $300 a week until the end of the year, I will make that goal, which is fantastic. All right, so now we'll go into some savings challenges. All right, so savings challenges. We've got a couple in here that we're gonna do. So we are going to finish off our November monthly challenge. Ooh, let's see, the marker got all over. So let me grab 2 markers. Okay, we will just use these 2. I don't know. I think this is what I used last week, but that's fine. We'll just use these same ones. We'll just alternate which way. So we are stuffing $50. I do have these set to do $5 per icon, which is $200 a month. And then that saves me $2,400 for the year, which this is going towards moving expenses. So like mostly for the movers, because I don't know how much it's going to cost. And then anything left over will go towards cleaners to clean out my current apartment. And then I don't know if anything will be left, but we will see. If there is, it will just go towards either towards new furniture or towards the deposit that I had to put down just to like replenish my savings. But we will see. All right, so I'm going to finish coloring this in and I will be right back. So let's see what we have here. So far this year, we've got 1,000, 2,000, 100 in the bank. So 2,100, 50, 200. So 2,200, which is correct because we've got 1 month left to go in the year, and then we will be done. That's awesome. Oops. Forgot I put this in the front. I need to clean my envelope, but we will do that later. All right. Other one in here I want to do is the mini. The mini challenge is going towards my student loan payments because I do pay $3 a month or $56 or something. So this hopefully is like essentially an extra payment. I think it was this color. So let's see. We're doing $6. Almost done. 3 more weeks and then we should be done. So that should be good. We can make the payment before the end of the year. And it's nice to just do a mini challenge because it's small amounts. And so it's like, I don't really notice it, but you know, it essentially ends up being an extra payment. So that is wonderful. All right, so far in the mini, we've got 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43. Yeah, so this will be $50 when it's done, which is awesome. I think the last mini I did was like 73 or something is what it ended up being. So, and that all went to my student loans. All right, perfect. So that's done. All right, 1 more to go. All right, so we have the denominations challenge. We're doing $5. So let me grab my little tracker out. And I do sell these denominations trackers, savings challenges in my shop. It does not come with like the envelopes or anything. It is just the tracker, but you get all 6 trackers. So 1 for each denomination. So it's just a fun way to save up. So we now have $15 in the denominations challenge. Or in the $5 denominations, I should say. There are 100 bubbles, so that will save us $500 when we finish that one. All right, so we are out of money, which means we are all cash stuffed for this week, which feels good to just have that done and ready to go. So yeah, super excited to start December, which is crazy. It's almost December and then it's gonna be 2026, which is just nuts to me. But yeah. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And if you made it to this point, let me know down below by adding a heart emoji. So it can be any of the colored hearts, whichever one is your favorite. My favorite is the one with like the 2 hearts. Like there's like the big one and then the little one up above it. But yeah, let me know down below that you made it to this point because I really do appreciate it if you did. And I hope you have a great week and a great month for the rest of the year. Obviously, I'll be back next week with another video. But until then, I'll talk to you later. Bye.